Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Clobberin time! Clobberanimo!
Welcome.
It's clobberin time! Clobberanimo!
Greetings, my dear friends. Welcome to Clobberin Times Monday Night Moxie Comics Talk. It is, of course, issue number 400. Nope. Already screwed up. Out the box. 642 on YouTube. 1,342 overall, forever and ever. And of course, it is Monday night. Like I said, a Moxie Comics Talk open geek foolishness. Won't be a long show tonight. Just kind of hang out with you guys. It'll have to do with one thing, of course. We'll just talk comics. That's what we like to do up in here, amongst other things. But greetings, clobberers, clobberanimos, clobberettes, clobberuskis, clobberoids, and to everyone else. The secret is to bang the rocks together, guys. Got all kind of fun stuff. Well, we made it out of August. It went too soon. I don't think I gave enough effort to Jack Kirby month. I'm very disappointed on how that went for me in terms of how I handled it. I wish I'd have done better, but nevertheless, I shall persevere. But it's good to see you all here tonight. Let's do some show notes, then some shout outs, shall we? Again, had a terrific time on tonight over at my great buddy J-Man's channel, hanging out with him and Sean, doing our three times a month chronological reviews in order of the Legion of Superheroes. Silver through the Bronze Age. It was a lot of fun. So great hanging out with them, and I just cannot get enough of it, and can't wait till we do it again. But before we do it again, a week from tonight, at that same time slot on my channel, 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern, it'll be another excursion into Earth B. Yes, Earth B time again for J-Man and Bob Hader. So looking forward to that, of course. And then, of course, always, it's the Mark C. Comics Talk, and then the Wednesday nights it's Wild Card Wednesday night. And these are just the Clobberin Time shows themselves, and the clubhouse with my wonderful first officer Raquel and the great chief engineer Mark D. with a C, and then the Saturday night Star Trek. All four of my shows, 9 p.m. Central, Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time, I should say. And all of them, of course, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Nevertheless, there are many other days I'm on. Tuesdays and Thursday nights, we're hanging out with my great friend Tom Connors, the great Tom Connors. Midnight's Edge After Dark on his illustrious channel, 6 p.m. Central, with Tom and the gang, talking pop culture with those extraordinary gentlemen and sometimes ladies. And Wednesday nights, my great buddy Stone Loki's channel, 7 p.m. Central. Most Wednesday nights, anyway, we have the comic book roundtable. And then I'm back on Friday nights, in addition to doing Legion 3 Fridays a week on 6 Central, 7 Eastern on my great buddy J-Man's channel. Every Friday night on my great buddy J-Man's channel, you can find me at the same time, 7 Eastern, where he and Sean and I will be reviewing Jack Kirby's Fourth World. We just started a few weeks back, having a splendid time doing that. And then, of course, I don't know if he's having it this week, but usually our great buddy Nick Weiser, as in 32 Flavors of, brings the comic shop world together. As we have the Friday night comic shop, where I hang out with that great gang of fellers and we talk geeky comic shop stuff and review comics and all kinds of other cool stuff. So I think he's on this week, or did he say he's not? Well, I'll ballpark it, but I'll find out for sure. Either way, Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see. Excuse me. Then there's what is there then there? Yes, it's about that for them. Oh, I can't believe I forgot. I'm almost proud of myself. Almost. Tomorrow night. And I gotta remember to get this put up in there. Tomorrow night. A member stream. Clobberin Times member stream. Tuesday night. 8:30 Central Standard Time, which would make it 6:30 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 7:30 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 the other part of the country. Eastern, sorry, my Eastern friends. Yes, the Clobberin Times stream, and I will put that in the community page. I don't know if you all see that or not, but I'll put that up on the community page. So let's see who's here with us tonight. I have no way of knowing exactly because I'm just going to go back to and yell out our great wrenchers, and then of course go from there. Holler at you, wonderful friends who are here with us tonight as well. We've got, of course, as always, the great Eric K. Bronze wrencher of bronze. But sorry, my memory. Chris Persia, Vindicated Wrench of the Great White North. Thank you, buddies, for so much for all you do. D. Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron. Lord Thoth, Master of the Riches, Security Man of the Riches, the God of Riches. And of course, shout out to his lovely better half, Lady Thoth. Avon lives, and long live the Legion, sir. The aforementioned great J-Man, partner in crime on Earth B, fellow Legionnaire reviewer extraordinaire, as well as Kirby, Fourth World Saga reviewer extraordinaire, and Wrench Without Fear. Hungry Boy, master of the Clobberin, artist, comic artist supreme, and of course, cover artist of the wonderful science fiction tales by Commander R.M. Briggs. Stephen Kal-El, buddy. Hope you're doing fine out there, man. Maddie's daddy, reach me all this or in Vegas. That old cut up himself, the fancy outsider, the rascally wrench. And Clobberin Time's own music, Meister Maximum Redstone. If you're hearing this, buddy, get well. Get well soon. Appreciate you and hope you feel better. Now, let's see who's with us in the chat. Let's have a few people here with us, I believe. Doc Fortune, hey, Doc. What's up, Doc? Could not be reached for a further comment. Well, I'm glad you can be reached to be here. Good to see you. The Comic Relief Crusader, what's up, old chum? Wagner. Brian Hepburn, what's up, buddy? Linrod, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you there, Linrod. Daisy. What's up, Daisy? Mr. Gas Mask, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well, man. It's good to see you, bud. Hope things are going great for you. Hang on a second. See if anything else is here. What else is here? Good to see you there, Mr. Gas Mask. It's good to feel good to see you pop in and say hello. Yes, it has been a few weeks, but I'm glad, and I hope you're doing great. Yes, of course. Well, it's Labor Day after all. Did anyone do anything today specifically for Labor Day? Is it laboring or anything at all? Or did everyone have a good Labor Day? A good holiday? I hope so. I certainly hope so. I can't say I did anything much other than hang out. Well, I did have a great time hanging out with J-Man and Sean reviewing those comics. But aside from that, I must admit, I didn't get anything. I didn't do much. Been a boring day? Well, Gas Mask. Sorry about that, man. Sometimes these holidays can be that. I didn't listen and go out there in the heat. 3D modeled some of the robots from Sky Captain and might try to get them 3D printed. Oh, cool. Calling Sky Captain. I love that movie. An underrated film, I thought. Sky Captain. That should have caught on. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. I went to the theater to see that and was blown away by it. We shall not see its likes again. No, we shall not. Pretty cool stuff, though. Agreed, Limlod. Goofy fun indeed. Apparently, Brian Hepburn did not like it. Well, a lot of people didn't, apparently. I think it wasn't super liked out there. What are you going to do? At that time, I was, and I still would be today, I'm saying I was grateful to see something tried like that. So, Doc Fountain says, felt like Tomorrowland was super underrated and more relevant than ever. You know, I didn't see that one. I saw some critics saying some pretty harsh things about Tomorrowland that made me not want to watch it because I agree with these guys on a lot of stuff. But I've never seen it, so you never know. You never know. But sometimes, well, you know what? Gas Mask, that's pretty much it. Sometimes you just love a movie or you hate it. I'd almost prefer either loving it or hating it, because it's certainly less stressful if you just walk in and you walk out and go, what did I just see? That's true. But I'd rather have a more pure emotional reaction. I'm not talking about going crazy like, That's so much. I'm gonna go run all over those whatever. I'm gonna go commit violence on their faces. No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you felt more passionate about how bad something was, or more passionate about how good something was. Either of those feel like you're having a living response to something that is art, that is supposed to evoke emotions in you, if you know what I'm saying. So it is good to have, I mean, excuse me, when I have a sort of a, this has happened recently with some of these Trek episodes, on V'ger. When I have a nothing burger of a reception, of a an episode that I just watched for TNG, man, I'm really harsh on it because I'm like, this guy, like, what? I don't know, maybe it's me. John Rupa Shaggy. What's up? Let's see what it was saying. But that was not one of those movies that was going to have a lot of dicks there. At least not for me. Yeah, so now if they made a couple of, all right, let's see here. Hang on a second. Sky Captain is definitely one of those movies because of what it goes for. It tries to be a sort of love letter to 1930s sci-fi, and boy, I love those some of the 1930s styles robots. Yeah. That's what I think. I love that about it too as well. It just make that stuff. I love the earnest feeling of them trying to make something fun. Anyway, that was fun. So try some more stuff like that, guys. It's just like that. What was it? What was recently? Why do they have such a hard time getting Hellboy right in films? Doc Fortune. Well, Doc Fortune, I never read the comic that of Hellboy, and then I went to see the first movie. Watched some getting Hellboy right in film. So I got to tell you, that was one that I was no expert about the comic book. And I don't know about you. You may have been, if you were a reader of the comic. Touring Machine, good to see you. If you were a reader of the Hellboy comic at the time, I know a lot of people like Mike Mignola, and a lot of people thought that the comic adaptation did a pretty decent job of what he did. So I didn't read his comic. I never really liked Mignola's art, to be honest. I mean, it's honest, so I never read about the comic. Went to the movie, and I enjoyed the first two movies, especially the first one. And I've never watched the remake, so I got to tell you, I'm not the best one to answer that, why they can't get him right in films. But if you're saying you like the comic, but you didn't think the films got him right, I understand and I can respect that. So that the problem was, I would almost probably. No, J-Man says Hellboy 2 was a masterpiece. Wow. It was good. I liked it. So I would probably actually have to defer to you, Doc. Which one did you didn't like, you like the first two? Oh yeah. I mean, look, all I know is as insufferable a prat, an idiot in real life that Ron Perlman is, he's pretty entertaining in those Hellboy movies, so I like him in movies. That David Harbour guy, I can't stand him either. So I do not know. So I will not be watching the David Harbour one. I just can't stand him. And now, if Ron Perlhead made another one, I don't know if I want to watch that now. But who knows? But yeah. I want to wait it. I want to because they just, I don't know. They throw that sucker out there so much. Hey, Matt Potts. What to say there? I saw a few of those, Matt. And it's good to see everybody. We're just look. It's open geek talk tonight. So if you want, this is a chance. We're doing a live stream, a member stream tomorrow night. If you guys want to come hang out with me in person, but tonight we can make this is open geekness. So if you got stuff to talk about comics, you want to ask a question here and there about comics, feel free. Nothing on the agenda other than that, really. We'll just go. We'll do a shorter show than usual. So Mignola's Amazing Screw-On Head is better than Hellboy. I've only seen a few of those, but I did watch a couple of them. They were kind of funny. They ran on many years back. I forget back when Hellboy's movies were in fashion, I suppose. So Matt, I vaguely remember those. I never really got into his stuff. Let's see. But I would be all for more Sky Captain. And, look, I can't stand Ron Perlman as an actor, even though he's a great actor. I mean, with the dumb shit he says. But I don't know. I might watch another Hellboy with him playing him again. Who knows? Who am I kidding? I'll watch anything that's on. What? Yeah, silly, funny stuff. No question about it. Man, they don't make anything I want anymore. They're done with that. Not funny books. Surely not in movies and not in animation, really. None of it. I've had to face that fact for years. Okay. Wagner says, anyone familiar with Thunder Agents? Yes, I am. I've never read it before, but picked up the third archive collection for $5. So thought I'd give it a read. Oh, well, look. If those are the old Tower comics from the 60s, but I love Thunder Agents. Wally Wood's Thunder Agents is what some of those later volumes referred to them as. Thunder Agents, when it came out, a lot of those guys had been working for Marvel and DC, of course, but Wally Wood and Gil Kane and Steve Ditko, and a lot of other people. And those were some great comics, but they had. I'm not going to sports ball you to death, but it's sort of that analogy, like when people talk about the great teams of the past, and then they talk about how, this other team was really good back then. And people go, I don't remember them. You know why you don't remember them? They didn't win any championships because they were good, but they happened to be around the time that this other team was so much better. Pat S., what's up, buddy? So Thunder Agents were really good, but they started springing up when Marvel was still in its renaissance in the 60s. And they weren't quite finished. Wally Wood, rest his soul, the great Mark D. But Mark C. loved Wally Wood. Wally Wood and Steve Ditko, they really tried to get Kirby to defect to go to Tower Comics. They tried. But he wasn't going to jump. So he didn't. What? That would have been some crazy stuff. So Thunder Agents. You know what? One of the fun things about Thunder Agents, if you're not familiar, could not be reached for further comment. Good to see you. One of the things about Thunder Agents is so great was they were. All right, J-Man, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. And I'm glad you're gonna take a look at it, Quagmire. I'm not gonna spoil anything. But they were a different take on superhero type comics. They're more like they were beings with superpowers, and they were heroic in their own way, but they also were working for the government, if you will, or the government was creating what superheroes. It was tough. It was tough. I mean, meaning they were working inside and outside of the government, if you will. They were working outside the government, let's put it like that. Anyway, so they were very different. The powers were amplified by technology. Let me put it like that. Yes, the Thunder Agents were not exactly superheroes. More science fiction book. Wally Wood was an unsung hero to many artists and cartooners. Absolutely. Tragic story, Wally Wood. Love him. Love it, man. He was amazing. Love him. So, okay. All right. Oh no. What's happening here, DC? Damn. Oh boy. So what are we looking at? Any other questions? Oh, that's gonna say something. Hey, Oliver Belafonte. What you doing there? A columnist from Hollywood Reporter says a question on where have all the DC fans gone to? Well, modern wise, I think Darwin Cook is on par with Wally. I was so lucky to meet him. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, he was great. Yes, he was amazing. He was. Hey, Penny. Penny's here. What's up, Penny? Good to see you, my dear. What you doing? Yeah. It's good to see you. Your Muslim uncle. What is up, sir? So many cool friends popping in. Hope you all had a great Labor Day. Yep. Great Labor Day. Let's see. Make sure your mouse. Oh. Well, Oliver, I don't think the DC fans have gone anywhere. They just don't buy DC crap. I mean, if they went anywhere, it was just some of these, independently backed books that are so popular. Matt, that's right. DC just doesn't know what it has anymore. Marvel has imploded. That's right. That's right. Turtle Machine is how do you even address that article, though? Judging what I'm learning, between comic and film adaptations, fans and real fans, comics fans. Yeah, the fans have gone a while. Doc Fortune says, do you think we'll ever get a proper JSA on film beyond Black Adam? No, sir. I don't. I mean, ever's a strong word. But sure doesn't seem likely to me. I didn't really care much for the Black Adam film. It was okay, but what little versions of the JSA were in there were handled okay, but nothing really to write home about, in my opinion, at least. I don't know about you. So, I don't know, man. It's tough. Turing Machine says it seems impossible to please comic book readers if the source is way too different from what it gets adapted on film. Yeah. I don't know if it's impossible. And I'll tell you why. Up until the past 3 or 4 years, comic book movies were on a big upswing and they were doing very well. Now, even at that time, not every fan loved them, but it was still very popular. So there was still some people liking them, but they're just the farther and farther they get away from the source material and giving fans what they want. Pretty simple. No different from any other customer service relationship. Got to give that customer what they want. Muslim Uncle says it was grand. Excuse me. It was grand once mom was released from hospital. Oh my goodness. She was good, and her friend stayed with her while I got on to play D&D for a few hours. Before that, it was horrors of Karbala. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, I'm glad it's not horrors anymore. Got better, sounds like. How much is standard comic book right now? The contents is not worth any cover price these days. I think cover price is something like $3.99. I want to say, I believe so, or is it $4.99 now? It's pretty stupid. It's pretty outrageous. I know that much. It's just absolutely crazy. Freaking $4, man. $4 for a modern comic book. They're on slicker paper. Big deal. Their content's questionable at best. Doc Fortune says, I want to see the Russo brothers do Batman. You know what? I'd be game for that. I think they're they are $5.99 in some cases. Fanty. I just don't know what the standard price is. Turing Machine says, but DC doesn't seem to strike a chord with DC fans on film, though from what I'm hearing, true. Are these comic readers or just normal normies who like DC? The DC comics readers like Zack Snyder or DC's output? Well, I'll tell you from that, I'm the biggest anti-Snyder guy you're going to meet. I've been at war with Snyder butts all this time. I actually will tell you one thing. Snyder butts do read comics. I'll say again, Snyder bots do read comics. And they're almost, slavishly. They just want certain things in their Snyder trash, which I can't stand. I hate Snyder crap. They want their slick destruction. They want their disaster porn that Snyder represents to them, and their narcissism and their nihilism and all that stuff that Snyder brings to the table for them. Yummy, yum. That's what your Snyder bot wants. And they want characters like Superman torn down to drop down to their level rather than them try maybe to inspire it to his. Like Snyder, you know, they are very much on dystopian, like Snyder himself. Gwag says, I would love to see a JSA animated series like the Justice League series, but in this day and age, I can't see it being made for any without one. We have to be made without a woke agenda. Yeah. Well, what happened? Of course. Yeah. I'm going to have to go along with you on that one, buddy. You're right, Wag. I couldn't either. I couldn't see it made without that either. Oops. A Snyder realism in stakes. Snyder's realism in stakes was great for some things, but yeah, he really needs a Clobberin type person to keep him in balance. Well, you're too kind to say that. I don't think he ever really dealt in realism that much. People like to say he did. I mean, if that's the way you want to look at it, that's fine. I will say, if that is the way you want to look at it, realism is one of the most boring words ever applied to any kind of comic book character, or be it in film, but a comic book character or a comic book character in a comic. It's one of the worst words you could use when talking about comic book characters. For me personally. But he just wants them to go to. He just wants to have a big fight through a city with Darkseid or something. Picasso, what's there? Right? What you doing, Picasso? Good to see you. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? He's got his fan base, and they're just not big enough. They're not big enough, and he's never going to get his hands on it again, and that really bothers him. Okay, look, I get that it bothers him. As much as it amuses me, it bothers them. Because they really thought they were going to get another shot at it because they had their little tiny victory with the Snyder cut. And it was a wee tiny little victory. Fancy says they actually have a label on the JSA number 6 cover, the new golden age, the arrogance. Well, that is arrogant. You ain't kidding, buddy. That's arrogant, all right. Your Muslim uncle says, how do you define high stakes in a DC property? So that's a little less Super Friends because concussions are real. Yeah, look, high stakes for me simply means not going overboard, not going off the deep end. It's very simple. Actually, it's very simple. If you make a movie that is ostensibly a Superman movie, which was Man of Steel, made by Hack Snyder. And you make it. Oh, good night, Penny. Great to see you. Thanks for being here, dear. I don't blame you. And you make this so-called Superman movie that little kids can't go to see. If you make a non-kid friendly Superman movie, you're doing it wrong. That dot, period, end of conversation. In 1978, you could take a 4-year-old to see that movie. You could, I mean, obviously, we don't want kids running around the theater, but you know what I'm saying. You could take and the people did take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kids. And there have been lots of kids over the years said, I saw it when I was 5 years old. Whatever it was, and I loved it. Oh, man, they were nuts. Nuts for it. I'm sorry to be the one to inform Snyder bots who are under the strange Arrested Development. But these superheroes, they were aimed at young boys. And this is where they should have stayed. Of course, if you make a Superman movie, kids should be able to walk into the theater to see them with their parents. The great Mark C., who this show is named, I tell this story all the time. Tonight's show is named after our late great friend, Mark C. Right around the time Man of Steel was released, I bumped into him. I was always often want to do at the local comic shop, and we were talking about it. And he told me at the time he had a very young child. How are you here, boy? He had a very young youngster. He told me he had to go see it before he. And he decided we would wait a year or so, if I'm remembering correctly. That he wouldn't take his very young son to see it. He was going to wait a few years to let his son. He didn't like the movie either. He was not a Snyder bot. But he couldn't. He couldn't bring his. He was not going to bring his young son to see that crap. He said he let him watch it one day, obviously, but he was just a bit too young when it came out in 2013. Obviously. I wouldn't let a 10-year-old watch that movie. Maybe 10, maybe 12. I think at least a 12-year-old. And then I wouldn't want them to watch it just because it's such a piece of crap and waste their time. Turing Machine says, I don't know much about the Watchmen comics, but I like that film 300. Those are the only films of his I liked. I'm a big Watchmen fanatic, I will admit to you, Turing. And I have many serious issues with how he handled Watchmen. I liked some of it as well. I'm not going to get into that here. That's just a whole other bunch of shows. That's 2009, for God's sake. But that said, I did, I liked some things in it and hated some things in it. In this Watchmen. Key the chow, roll that tide. So, yeah, he was all over the place with those, really. And, 300 was all right, I guess. In the case of 300, I never really cared about the comic one way or the other. So, just think the guy's a shitty filmmaker for the most part. And so is David Goyer, Garbaggio. Oh, my God, Garbaggio. Indeedio. So, anyway. Oh, when was the last time anyone here even bought any new comics? Does anyone here walking into comic shops and buy new? Hmm? Anyone here at all? Oh, well, yeah. Pat S. Burshak was brilliant. But that was my question. How do you define the DC base? Is there, if there's the split on what DC films should be like, how can you even tell what would work? No, that's a good point. Look, well, we're going to find out again. Maybe maybe I should pull that back a little bit. I think we have a chance to find out with all the crap going on with James Gunn, but I'm not so sure he knows what he's doing. I don't know, man. They haven't found themselves yet. That's why they keep going back to square one, and they're still all over the place. My guess is they're not going to find themselves. I don't think they're going to find themselves anytime soon. Because we've got 2 years to Superman with the Superman movie. When we see the full cast, maybe that will change a little bit. But you still got such a long way out. All that time will help, maybe. You know, they shouldn't be in too big of a hurry. So, hey. Doc Fortune says, I'm holding out hope for Superman. Well, you know what? That's, I can't kill you. I mean, keep the deflectors on. I mean, I keep those deflectors on double front. Batman makes me worried because Damian Wayne is the Scrappy Doo of Batman. I can't stand Damian. I got to admit, I didn't mind him in that one Super Sons animated film. I got to admit, they maybe not hate him too much. Peter Tomasi is the writer. Keely Chow says, when it comes to Zack Snyder, I like Watchmen 300, and I don't like Man of Steel that much, says Keely, except he said Steel for some reason. Sorry. Vanessa says the difference between Super Crap, aka Man of Steel, and Superman 2, and Avengers are the difference between good writing and writing crap. Well, yeah, that's pretty much the size of it, I'd say, yeah. Oops. Zach should have let Kevin Costner's John Kent should have let Kevin Costner's John Kent died of well, he did actually. Remember, he did a heart attack. Yeah, instead of a stupid cartoon hurricane. I got you. That movie's horrible. Man of Steel's a piece of trash. No getting back from it. BVS is garbage too, but I don't know if Man of Steel might be worse. It's tough to say. BVS has some really unbelievably bad shit in it as well. They're both rotten movies. What are you gonna do? Your Muslim uncle says, what did you think of the series where Kandor gets released on Earth and then in space, and Superman joins them? Could that be a Superman you get to after earlier Superman 76 style films? If you are speaking of, hey, Larry, good to see you, buddy. Are you speaking of perhaps the Jeff Johns run where they brought, what was the name of that thing? So they brought almost, was it Kandor or was it New Krypton? Or they released Kandor or something. They busted it open. This is like in the 2000s, and they called it New Krypton. Would that be it, perhaps? I don't know if you're speaking of that when you're Muslim uncle, but if you are, I couldn't stand that thing. I'm so sick of there being 10 zillion Kryptonians out there. It watered down and weaseled everything up. I didn't like that. Was a run. There was that run, and even Busiek's run I didn't like too much on Superman at that point. Man of School, they simply did not care. And 78's appearance, first Superman saves Air Force One. Man of School destroyed the town. Blah blah blah. Yeah, man, very different. So let's see. So let me know if you could, let's see, elaborate. Times next wire. Kandor gets really okay. Yeah, if I'm correct, if I'm reading you correctly, your Muslim uncle, you're talking about the comic book run with that called New Krypton by Jeff Johns. Let me know. No biggie, but just let me know. My chap Dak Fortune says, I want to make Zack Snyder's Super Friends where every action Superman breaks someone's neck, and Batman is constantly foiled by people giving their mom's names to Martha. Well, get on that. I'll watch it. Let's see. I'm brought the Sergeant Rock beat Army of Darkness and FFL. Oh, you said you bought the Sergeant Rock? Oh, I've heard of that with the recent one. Yeah, with Army of Darkness thing. Okay, and cool. What is wrong with this? My fan's going crazy on me. It keeps saying, just, stay on or stay off, dude. What's wrong with you? Weird. My fan keeps going out. It's distracting. Cut it out. All right. I want to make Zack Snyder's. Okay, got that one. Donna brings Superman down to Earth with the kitty rescue. I really like that part. I love Donna's stuff. Wow, how'd that get down there? That's all right. I could use it. Use that on the other chart. All right. Let's see what we got. Well, let's check. Just checking to see any other ones there. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens, folks. I haven't talked about it a lot here. I don't really cover that stuff, but I'm always willing to give opinions on it. I can't get excited anymore with comic book movies. I can watch them, I guess. I mean, I don't like all the agenda in it, but I'll sit through any crap, you know. No, I mean, it's just something about me. I'm broke now, I guess. I'm broken inside when it comes to comic book movies. I'd like to see good ones. I just don't believe that they're really hell bent on making anything close to what I want to watch. So there'll be bits and pieces, there'll be nuggets and all that kind of stuff for the most part. Man, everything I see is always more and more variant on what I want to see. With these characters, but yeah, they're not going to talk to me about it. They're not going to say, "Hey, Clobby, what do you think about we should do with a Fantastic Four or the Legion? Long live the Legion!" Yeah. But it is good to be here, though. What the hell? He says, in the Donner universe, Superman was a symbol of good. Yeah, hero people wanted to see. And Superman, too, there are people. What? Hero people wanted to see. Superman, too, the people who are travelers try to rise up. Okay. Oh, I know what you're doing. Yeah. Let's see. So, why was StreamYard storing that stuff? Who should be the villain in a Mr. Miracle movie? Granny Goodness? Oh, yeah. I mean, well, certainly one of them. You have a couple of other people. But you call it, sir. You call it. Granny Goodness, indeed. Voiced by Ed Asner. Oh, wait. That would be nice. Who's going to play Big Barda? Modern day. So, what? All right. Anybody? Any more questions? That's quite. We don't get to do this much, even though tomorrow night we're going to be doing a special members stream at 8:30 Central Standard Time. I'll put links in the community chat, so be looking for that. Yeah, Gina Carano. I would hire her for a Big Barda all day long. Perfect. Remember, all you have to bring is yourself and a microphone that works, and a working microphone, and a headset, I should say. A working microphone, of course, but a headset. Maybe. What? Oops. 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 Let's see. Okay. Yes, the new Krypton. Sorry, I had no problem. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I did not like that story, and I was reading that when I was buying that one when Busiek went on the book, and then when the Johnson back on the book. That was a long time ago now. And just every time I see, it's like, the new Krypton, and they had an orbiting station, station at Ukon. Didn't like it. Why does Superman have to have tens of thousands of nuclear? Didn't work for me. I don't know how they finally resolved it either because I got bored with it. I can't really remember. Yeah. Anyone out there, can you remember? What do I know? Not good. I can't even tell you how long it lasted, but I bought it for a while. You have it. You have it, buy, don't you? Didn't want to derail the main celebration with unrelated topics. Derail away, sir. That's what I'm here for. Hanging out with you guys. Derail. I had questions about non-Marvel DC comics, but decided to save them till Kirby month was over with. Okay. Well, it is over with now. I mean, Kirby month is never truly over with because, we celebrate it here forever. But you're more than welcome to ask it. And hey, look at Retro Nerd Girl's here. What's up, beautiful lady? Got to hang out with her a little bit last night. It's the great Mark D with the Mark D's, Mark D with a C's page, and that was a lot of fun. Great to see you. But yeah, I mean, this is open comics talk, so man, that's and it is past Kirby's month. So, and if you have any questions like that, or any questions at all, Turing, feel free. I will try to. I can't always know that I'm going to give you the proper answer, or I'll just give you a straight answer. And always, if it's something we both can find out together, we'll do it that way too. Which is how we roll up in here. Didn't finish it either. Was always going to buy the graphic novel. I hear you. Hey, Susan Eckstein, welcome. We got some ladies here tonight. I think Penny maybe had to go, but still good to see the ladies. Pre-crisis, when they enlarged Kandor, the planet they lived on, New Krypton, I remember that. Wasn't a red star system, so Superman would visit, but didn't have tens of thousands of Kryptonians roaming the universe. Exactly, sir. Exactly, Fanty. Dang right. But it should be. Well, I wish it was both DC and Marvel would dedicate one oversized MAGA month that had short stories that took place in various eras of Marvel, like gold and silver and bronze type areas with varying artists. Can you imagine? Well, it's not much. It doesn't have to be much. A tiny thing where we can see stories that take place in the eras that we love. Then you could just, put out whatever the horse shite you want to put out there and give something to the fans who've been with you forever. Oliver Villamonte says, Clobby, which origin story of Vampirella do you prefer? Vampia's daughter of the ruler of the planet Draculon, or Vampy was the daughter of Lilith. Well, isn't the Draculon that one from the old one? That's for like the Well, am I right in thinking Dracula is the first one? Isn't the Draculon the first one? Oliver, or am I getting it backwards? I think the Draculon one is the original from the vampire for the Vampira, excuse me, Vampirella comics from Warren. Is that right? Because if that's the case, I like that one better, not just by default, but just kind of it's easier to deal with and digest. Really, Fancy says, "What? Oh, Fancy says, would you trust those current clowns to do anything?" That sounds first. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with the first one. Would you trust those current clowns to do anything good in any of these areas? No. 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 I wouldn't trust them at all, Fancy. You know I'm not the trusting type. Don't trust. Don't believe them. Don't trust them. Let them die. Engineers love to change things. So I did revisionism in comics is something I've talked about quite a bit. People, it's part of human nature, tend to love to represent. Man, it's part of human nature to want to do over. As soon as you did something, 5 minutes. You want a chance to, oops, change it back, or to change something that you got kind of wrong. And comics have, they've done that forever. But I usually don't like it when someone's doing it to someone else's story. Just depends on how big the story is, though. Well, Sci-Fi Comics says Turing Machine. Well, I've been enjoying the early Voyages Trek comics thus far. Oh yeah, they're fun. I wonder if you had similar recommendations, the same vein as the Trek comics. Wow, these things are quick. What was that? That was lightning. I don't know. People have to take the work of others and just dump all over them. It never really sits that well with me. The biggest offender, the biggest offender was probably John Byrne. The way John Byrne takes other people's works and just changes it all and dumps all over it and says, "This is it now. This is the way it's going to be." You see? But maybe that's just me. Where's I just love the idea of heroes and greatest generation mentoring the next generation. Yeah, I hear what you're saying on there for it. All the clowns, all of these clowns do it. Go if they had no powers. Well, jerks. There's a reason losers like you don't really usually have powers. Besides, you misuse them. Mighty Orbots. What do you say, Bob? I stopped when they did that to Earth 2 garbage title. Yeah. But when Byrne did it to Superman, everyone loved it but me. Not I. But when Byrne did it to Superman, got into those fights, and they went nowhere. Unfortunately. Not too good. Oliver says, "Hey, Joe Doll, what's up?" I asked myself on who has the better heroes, better heroes, better universes, better origin stories, and better comic book adaptations to film, Marvel or DC. You know something, Oliver, about that? Metamusness is here. I've even done shows about that before. A good while back, my good buddy Carlos and I did one. You know, are Marvel and DC all that different? I forgot the name. There was that basic premise. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not really that sure how long ago it was now. We did a pretty long stream about that because my contention is when you really get down to it, there aren't that many differences. There are differences in some cases. But most of the glaring differences a lot of the time you'll hear people say, I'm more of a Marvel guy, I'm more of a DC guy. Now, when there weren't really any movies or very many movies, you know, dominating the screen in the pop culture, it kind of made a little more sense. But people were saying that then too, but they were talking about comic books. You know, flash forward into the 2000s and the 2000 teens. And when people say Marvel or DC now, they don't say comics. They don't have to. Hell, there's some percentages of them don't even know that they have anything to do with comics. So, Marvel or DC is all they need to say. And everyone just automatically in the pop culture there, they think about movies. What do you like better, Marvel or DC? I'm a DC fan. I'm a Marvel fan, whatever. Many of them, and then there's some people say, oh, I like them both. You know, all fine and good. Doesn't matter if you like one better than the other, or you don't like either one of them, or you like one better than the other. None of that really matters. But they're not really talking about comic books when you say that. Now, you have to go dig deep to get there. And what our stream was about was that with, you know, Marvel see Marvel do, or DC see DC do. When I want to look at it, it's all over the place. And Marvel movies and DC movies are different, yes. And that's why people are saying, "Oh, they're so different, man." You can Marvel, you can see a DC fan, you can see a Marvel fan, but I'm just because I'm old, I guess I'm still stuck in that. My definition is going to start and stop with comic books, not movies. I understand one's a multi-million dollar industry. Mm-hmm. So it's when it comes to comics and in comics history, they're not that different. Certainly, there were some differences in heroes. When people say, "Oh, the Marvel comics was so much better," for a while DC got good, whatever. All right, these characters were drawn by a lot of the same people, and I don't know. They always copy from each other. And it always, the employees for the most part went back and forth, especially after the 60s and the 70s, the 80s. So they were not that different. Now, some of the base heroes are fairly some differences early on. Batman, Superman and Batman, and some of the other fundamental DC heroes were not really that much like some of the timely and later / Marvel heroes. Exactly, didn't look exactly the same, wasn't exactly feel, but eventually in the late silver and into the bronze age, when Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko and a couple of people started to define what superhero comics would be like for the remainder of existence. Hey, it's Courtney. Good to see you, Courtney. When they started to set that trend and put it into stone, all of a sudden, these guys. Then a lot of the same people who grew reading Marvel or DC and got into the industry started writing these characters all relatively the same. And well, some different artists work, so artists, and the comics became the comics. It didn't look that different. And they started to look a lot more like them. So there's some differences, especially the movies. And now it don't matter a pile of piss. I love Marvel and DC. Again, there are still, like I said, all throughout. Hey, Carius Magus. Hello there. Peter Not Fendi. What's up? All my life in the business, and I still have to this day, I've known and know people who say, and these are comic book readers who'd say, I always like Marvel better. No, I always like DC better. And I take that more seriously than someone from modern day talking about movies going, I like Marvel, but MCU's better than the DCU, or vice versa for that matter. The Snyder butts, and they know what they love. Oh, thank you, Carius. That is kind words. I thank you so much for that. So, I just think that these people, like I said, people who are saying they like, again, there's nothing wrong with. By the way, nothing wrong with them if all they like is movies. I'm not picking on you if all you watch are the movies. That's perfectly fine. But if you prefer the DC movies or the Marvel movies, I'm not judging. All I'm saying is, when people say it, I always get a chuckle. Like when they say, which one do you think are better, Marvel or DC? And we know if they're talking from today's standpoint, they're not talking about the whole picture. They're talking about movies. I tend to lean toward the whole picture. So I've been one of those guys that's always been, I'm not really a Marvel or a DC guy. I love both sets of characters. And I see that there are differences here and there, but for the most part, all the same writers and artists, with the rare exception. And I love and hate them all. Yeah. What? That's happy birthday. Not happy birthday. Sorry, I thought we were going to be blowing up. So who knows? And who cares? It was a good question, though. Nice to meet you. Oliver, after seeing the MCU films, a question hit me. I hope you hit it back. Who had the most saddest deaths? Quicksilver, Gamora, Vision, Loki, Tony Stark, Black Widow, Aunt May, Agent Phil Coulson, or Yondu? That's a big list there, buddy. If I were to choose, and I were, Oliver, that's tough on everybody. I gotta admit it. I don't know. Agent Coulson was a pretty tough one. That's when the movies were still fresh and pretty good. You know, Tony's a tough one because Endgame pissed me off so much. Black Widow would have carried some weight to it if the movie hadn't made so waited so long. You know, Yondu was a very well done one as well. Most of these were done fairly well. Loki doesn't mean shit. They stole that away. The Loki, when they took all the gravitas out of that with this garbage Loki show. Gamora they ruined. Pretty much it means nothing. That her death means nothing because she's not dead, or that they gave her a new version of her. Quicksilver was a pretty good one. I actually hate the character of Quicksilver, and I was sad to see him die in that movie. And that's tough. Well, I don't know. Not an easy one there, Oliver. I don't know if I can choose, but most of them were very well done, though. Now, I might be stumped. Stumped, I say. Oh, well. Carlos Magnus, thank you so much. Again, for those nice words. Appreciate you. Yeah, they never should have killed Iron Man or Yondu. I agree with you there. Well, dang it. Any other questions anyone has? We'll be here for a little while longer. Remember, everyone, members stream tomorrow night at 8:30 Central Standard Time. I will put a link up later in the. I'll put it up tomorrow, I guess, in the community chat or the community page. I guess that they send you links to that. I hope so. Yeah. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me on this Monday night Marcy Comics Talk of Labor Day weekend. I hope you all had a great one. Don't tell me none of you went to any cons or anything. I know they had Dragon Con. They had Dragon Con, as they always do. My up until let's see. What we got? Carlos Magus. if you were tasked with bringing back Iron Man, Black Widow, how would you go about doing it? I would use those stones, and I would set it up as saying that, when Tony used the stones, he got tricky with it, and he found some last second way to bring himself and Widow back. But it got kind of botched a little bit, and they both ended up some other planet or whatever. And maybe you could have, Cap goes after him. When Cap's bringing the stones back, Cap goes back to that planet where the Red Skull was. Hey, Dad, man, walking. What's up, buddy? And he's pretty pissed off when he sees it's the Red Skull. And he wants the Red Skull to help him get, he wants to beat the crap out of the Red Skull. He can't beat him, of course, because it's a mystical being now, but he wants him to help him find Black Widow. He wants her to bring her back. And what's his face? Red Skull says, well, she's not here. Something happened to her. She could have been returned like everyone else because that was done with the stone. But we don't know. He doesn't know what happened to her because it turns out Tony Stark accidentally displaced them both. And maybe even he and the Red Skull go, he gets to talk to the Red Skull and they're going to help him fight her. I don't know. Reaching for crap, but I'll tell you, the Skrulls. Yeah, I'd rather not have Skrulls involved. Fanty, I don't want the Skrulls involved. They already screwed those up. But thank you, Carlos. I don't know, man. It's pretty much over, really. Yeah. It's pretty much over. Look. I don't know. You guys tell me. I got 0 for the MCU anymore. Because even if you say, could it be saved? It's never the problem. Sure, anything can be repaired. It's the likelihood of whether the people in charge are going to be willing to do so. And they're not willing to. They don't care. They don't want to bring back what we want to see. And they just don't. They want their agenda. They want people to watch the things that they want them to watch. And if you don't want to, that's just a little bit on the too bad side. You're just not going to be there for. They just don't care. Too bad. Touring Machine says, don't expect anything good by Marvel under Disney. Agreed. I suspect whatever they did good was a roadmap plan before they got acquired by Disney. I absolutely 100% agree with that. It's easily verifiable. Oliver Belamonte says, I'll be waiting for Scooby-Doo Meets Crypto coming out September 28th. I thought it's already out. It'll be fun seeing Scooby and the gang interact with Crypto and the DC villains. I've seen it already, Oliver. They weren't going to release it ever. Then they've all decided it's coming out. Well, Oliver, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. So I'd like to see what you thought of it. If you enjoy it, let me know. I don't know if you'll enjoy it or not, but I thought it was kind of fun. So I really hope you do as well. But no, I've never. Yeah. I did, no, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, they're not. They're not interested in admitting that how wrong they were. Heat Sinker, welcome. He says Tony and the gang are stuck in the Soul Gym on Soul World. I don't know. I just thought it was one. I just thought it might be possible to find some way to do that. I would like to see it. You never know. Our next Marvel series on D, they call it In-Game Aftermath, and everything from Infinity War to present was all Thanos using time stones to see the future in game, and it'll be nice. I wish. I would like to see something other than what we got, what they called a resolution. But they're never going to fix anything. They don't want to. Look, they've got a hold of it now. They can do whatever they want, and they're so arrogant they don't think they need an audience. If Disney wants to just go down the crapper, maybe they're right. They don't need. If the intent's to just run into the ground, hey, hi, hungry boy, and they're doing a fine job. Bobby, will you and J-Man do a possible cartoon review of Scooby-Doo meets Crypto? You know what? I'll run it by him. If he's interested in doing that, I wouldn't mind doing it. It was kind of a cute show. I liked it. Going to be reviewing a lot of comics this week, and I got a lot more I want to review coming up. I figure I'll leave the reviewing of all the other lovely stuff out there to others more suited to it. But it's not a bad idea, Oliver. Might do that. Excuse me. But the MCU is going to be they're not going to go anywhere. Doc Morrison says, you should do a watch through of the classic Batman TV show in the same style as your Star Trek rewatch TV show. It would be fun. So the only night I have, excuse me, let's see here. Sorry. Sorry about that. The only night I have dedicated, committed to doing that one, something like that, of course, is Saturday Night Star Trek. But that's why we've decided, since that is a fun thing to do, just can't do it quite the same way with any other show. But, you know, even though nothing lasts quite as long as that, all those different shows, you know. But I think the way we're doing it now is we do on the Clubhouse. We're doing two different shows in the Star Trek comic. So I think we're going to continue to do it that way. And so it's not like we'll ever have like a Saturday Night Batman necessarily. Oops, never know. Come on. Come on now. Be still. All right, damn. Microphone problem. Sorry, everybody. Let's see, I can get this fixed. All right. Oh, man. Going to crotch. Sorry, everybody. One of these days, I'm going to do my own thing, stand thing. Okay. So, I kind of like the way we're doing it there. That way I get, we get at least 3 different shows at a time. Now, tomorrow or the next night, or the next week, maybe it's tomorrow, we finally finish up with, but we're getting to the end of, JG Kurt, what's up, buddy? We're getting to the end of UFO and, Tales of Tomorrow. From there, I think we're going to start with Blake 7 and The Prisoner or something like that. We'll figure out. Just take our time with it. Go slow with it. But, I would love to review Batman on a regular basis. Touring Machine says, I'm baffled by the quality of Disney's writing. I'm baffled by the lack of it myself. No, not baffled by it, because you understand. They are Disney. They are millennials. I was actually one of those people who thought the Lucasfilm acquisition by Disney was a good thing for Star Wars, judged on the quality of old Disney's output. Well, I understand. Who knew that? Well, who knew it could be that bad? You're probably not the only one. Probably not. I went in hating it from the beginning, but knew it was pretty much dead because not because it was Disney so much as they announced fairly quickly that Jar Jar Abrams was being hired, didn't they? So it was dead beat. Whenever they announced him, I knew they were done with. I've rewatched the Star Trek animated series from the 70s. Let's see. A lot of times have rewatched the Star Trek animated series for the 70s for Trek Saturdays. Oh, you mean, are you asking, have I rewatched those for Star Trek Saturday Star Trek? Unless you want a clarification, I'm gonna assume that if you're asking, have we? And we have. We have on Saturday Night Star Trek. We started in January of 2021. And from that week on, we reviewed all of the original series, both years, all of the animated series. And then after we did the original series, then we did animated series, the original crew films, then we did TNG films, DS9, and now we're like at the second season of Voyager. After that, we will do Enterprise. And so we're going to do all 735 real Star Trek, 63 through 05, all of it. TOS, TAS, TOS movies, TNG movies, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise. 735. All of it. All of it. Well, you have to qualify and say all of it that matters. So yes, but it, but look, after that is all said and done on Star Trek, which again was a long time coming, of course, a long time in coming. After that, Star Trek Saturday nights will still be Saturday night Star Trek. We'll just do other things with it. And that will be fun. Who knows what next? But it'll be Star Trek of some. Know what I mean? So, however, in the meantime, on the Clobberin Clubhouse, we're going to review some Blake 7. Blake 7, the prisoner. Some Blake 7, prisoner. Pain. Brain, what is brain? Well, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Reviewing old stuff is just going to be it's going to be from now on. I mean, I don't want to review. A lot of people. Hmm? I don't know. Did we review anything else? Claude Sally. Oh yeah, well, yeah, Blake 7 and the prisoner going to be done. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do some great stuff like that. Yes. But you got to. Eventually, I'll put it back to a test, and we might. Eventually, medicine. I don't know. What happened? What you doing, Claude? Sally? Who spells it with a no E on the title on the end there? The daring way. Yep. I think. Does anyone have any more comic book questions? Whoa! Or suggestions for review. I mean, that's a good one too. The 70s Spider-Man show. Now, Doc. I think I know I watched a couple of those. But that was like the in-between point between the 60s series and Spider-Man and his Amazing Sue Crew, wasn't it? What the? Which could I get H? Yeah. That would be pretty good. Wow. What the hell? All right. Well, trying to find out. I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of a technical bloody issue. Yeah, well. No. All right. Last week, as you know, a whole bunch of folks were very kind and pitched in and got me this amazing treat, this great Thing statue. I'm just going to show it for a second because I love it. And I don't think I just don't, I don't want anyone to think I'm not thankful for it. So, and even a couple of other things. Let's see. All right. Very cool. And a couple other figures too. So I wanted to thank shout out everybody else for that very good. Where are you? Oh, was in the wrong spot. Sorry. Where are you? Oh, here we go. And I just wanted to again thank out, of course, the great Mark D with the C for this, chief engineer, and everybody. Shout you out again for these amazing gifts. My birthday month is over. Finally, I think it'll be a month. I thought it'll be a day. Nevertheless, here it was. It was the great Eric K, the great Larry, the lovely It's Courtney, the amazing Brian Hepburn, Lord Thoth, long live the Legion. Extraordinary Chris Persia, Ironcaster, Maddie's daddy, just another red shirt, that 70s rock fan, the amazing Commander R.M. Briggs. I love you. I love you. Anti-Derivative Jill and Scuba Pete and Hydro Wesley there. I want to thank you again all for that. Because I didn't think, I just want to do it one more time. It was really cool. Because, my gratitude, I want to always show that, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yes, that is one I might just review on my own soon. That is one I might, what if I'll rate them? I think I might do that. I did last. Maybe. Didn't I? I ranked my Blade 7 episode. I ranked every episode of Blade 7. I think I ranked. Might rank that one soon. Heat sinker. Think that would go over big? Review the Electric Company Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Where are you coming from, Spider-Man? Nobody knows who you are. Greatness. That was something. Yes, sir. That was a cool cartoon, wasn't it? Okay. How many of you actually bought Spidey Super Stories because of that cartoon? I wonder if anyone else has watched that. Someone had to watch that. Did anyone else watch it? Spider-Man. Well, you call it Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Where you coming from, Spider-Man? Nobody knows who you are. Was it a easy reader? Says, ouch. Let's see. Brian Hepburn says, Spider-Man, where are you coming from, Spider-Man? Know who you are. Yeah. All right. What are you trying to say, Fancy? Ow. Uh. Where are you? Whoops. So, about comics reviews or comics to review, isn't is it by some kind of fake, phony corporate decree? What isn't supposed to, Spy Superstore? They did well. Look, if you bought if you bought Spidey Superstores at that point, you were probably also buying Marvel Fun and Games. Who bought that? Am I the only one? You deserve a no prize if you were buying Marvel Fun and Games. Mm. What about Warlord by Grell, Clubby? Wait. Especially when he linked himself for the first half. He inked himself, yes. I like Marvel Fun and Games. What's up? Andy Masterson. What's up, brother? Glad I'm not the only one. I used to buy that sucker all the time, man. It was fun. It was soothing. Um, did Grell ink himself for that much Warlord? I thought Coletta came on there pretty early. I can't remember. You're probably right. Man. Hell. Man. Grell inked a lot. I got pissed off on Vin. Well, look. As you may or may not know, Hungry Boy, J-Man and Sean and I just started just a couple weeks ago. We were reviewing all of Jack Kirby's Fourth World on J-Man's channel on Friday nights. And we're about, we do three issues a week. So it's about 9 issues in. We started with Jimmy Olsen, of course. And then it's New Gods and Mr. Miracle and Forever People and stuff, of course. All of it, right now as it stands, all of it is inked by Coletta. And it's okay. Yeah, he has not destroyed anything. Remember, Kirby's the editor. He could be running roughshod. Running roughshod over Coletta. Sean Carter, what's up, dude? You just never know. All right. Pick a gear, everybody. Got to be bronze. Let's go bronze. Everyone pick a bronze year. Not everybody, because it'll take too long. Let's see here. Ace Cast Iron, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, bro. I'll ask JT Kirk with 1986, 1977. Let's see. Tell you what. We'll do both, but let's go with 77 first. Come on, man. All right. All right, here we go. 77. What am I doing? I'm going to look at every comic available this month, September 1977. As an example, because we were talking earlier about just how shitty the comic book market is, really. So, Clobbery's Spinner Rack Time Machine. That's taking you back to 1977. Clobbery's going to walk in and buy comics off the rack. No, I'm gonna point to you the comics that would be in my folder. Okay, I'm glad D-Bud's not here because he didn't like when I do this, but I can't say I'm going to be putting Dennis and Menace in my folder. No, insult. No insult. Because, I didn't buy a lot of again, here you have Charlton's fine comic, Fighting Marines. I can't say I bought this comic that much, but I have every respect for it, of course. I mean, look at that. I mean, you had a lot of war comics that were pretty big at the time. Okay, this is in my folder. Special Defenders issue of Foom, Friends of Old Marvel. Which, by the way, the comic shops, if there were a comic back then, and there weren't too many around, could buy that, could carry that. And I would have to have this. Okay, I'm probably not going to pick up Grimm's Ghost Stories from Gold Key. No offense. I'm a superhero geek. See, nice stuff, not my bag. But it's fun to look at these covers. Would I buy this? ISIS? Yes. Yes, I would. Even if it is a Vince Coletta cover in making Rich Buckler. Is that Hellcat and film? I don't know. Yeah, I used to watch the ISIS TV show for obvious reasons. So I would get that. Yes, that is Hellcat. This I would definitely get. Jonah Hex. Ernie Chan color. Sure. Got to get the new issue of Jonah Hex. Whoa. I'm probably not going to get the new. I'm not going to get. I can't lie. I like Haggard the Horrible in this. That's the King feature strips in the newspaper, but I probably wouldn't pick up the comic. Nothing personal. Nor Red Eye. Nor Blondie. Nor Popeye. I mean, I love him as a cartoon character. I didn't really buy his comic that much. Nah, Beetle Bailey. I probably wouldn't pick that up. Quincy. And he's not based on the TV show. Oh, yeah. How about this one, though? The Phantom. Wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. Gardo Sim, what's up, duder? Hope you're doing great, man. Good to see you. I would definitely be getting this one here, the Phantom. Flash Gordon, yes, sir. This of course, these are just reprints from the newspaper. The past two issues, the Phantom and Flash Gordon, are reprints, but that's okay. Heckle and Jekyll, I used to watch on TV and like them, but I don't think I would have bought this comic. Can't buy every title. Well, you can actually. Pizzazz, nah. I don't know if I would buy Pizzazz, even though it does have Spider-Man. I don't know. Look, it does have Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man on there. I might have to buy Pizzazz, folks. Look. I may have bought this one. Oh, shoot. I think I bought this when I was a kid. But we could get these at school. They would sell these like at the lunch, at these book bazaar thingies or whatever. They would have it at school. I think I bought this sucker. Holy crap. And of course, there's Quack I wouldn't get. Revenge of Dracula. No, sir. I'm not going to get Secrets of the Haunted House. I'm sorry. And I did not look by Ditko Shade the Changing Man. It was I know I probably should have. Lord forgive me. I would definitely get it then. I would definitely pick it up. Now, never picked up Star Reach or Tom and Jerry or Chippendales or done. Again, respect for all these comics. Mickey Mouse and Woodpecker. Weird Laugh. Little Archie. Hey, there's Godzilla. I gotta have this. Some Herb Trimpy Happiness. Always, huh? Son of a. Now, I'm not going to buy this, but I thought it'd be fun to show it. The Human Fly. All right. Lee Elias. Who bought the Human Fly? Who bought it? Oh, yeah, Godzilla versus Shogun Warriors. I would. They had an issue, I believe, didn't they? The Human Fly. Invaders. Gil Kane cover, but good Lord, a Frank Robbins inside. Frank Robbins interior. Justice League of America. Not a very good Buckler cover there, but this is when Englehart was. This is during Englehart's run, folks. Yes. Commandy. Last Boy on Earth. Number 54. This book lingered way too long after Kirby left it. Still trying to complete the Invaders collection. Wow. Shouldn't take you too long. I mean, I should be. What I mean by that, shouldn't take too long to find it. Obviously, you don't take the pain in the ass to search a lot of places. But Kid Colt Outlaw reprints with a Gil Kane cover. Call. Marvel Superheroes reprint book of the Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Marvel 2-in-1. Yep. With Nighthawk. Yep. Return of the New Gods. Nope. Kirby did not approve of this. The Savage Sword of Conan. Yepper. Look at that Earl Norm cover. Anyway, you get the idea, folks. Look at all these comics. Look how many titles were out in 1977 of this week. Look at the Star Trek comic. First of all, look at the Lost in Space comic. Woo! And then look at the Star Trek comic. There we go. Hey, there was a movie. This is 1977, right? Some movie came out, and Marvel's magazine Crazy actually made fun of it. What was it called? War Stars? Big news. Stamp out Star Wars issue. Boy, it was big stuff back then. Oh, man, good times. So many good times. So many good comics. Yeah, a little something for everybody, don't you think? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, there we go. So we've been up in here and up and at it for a good while now. We're probably just going to start winding it down. But I'm sure everybody had a big, long Labor Day celebration day, or maybe you haven't. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. But been a long one. So just gonna do some show notes and shout outs out here. And then we're gonna get a move on. We'll be again, we'll have the big member stream tomorrow night. All members are welcome to hang out. I'm gonna put a link in in my community tab tomorrow. And all of you, anyone who wants to come out and hang out and clobby on with me, will sure be appreciated. Also understand if you can't make it, but if you can, that would be fantastic. So, let's see. Other than that, before that, of course, I'll be on with Tom and the gang of Midnight's Edge After Dark, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That was Tuesdays and Thursdays. Loki and the gang on Loki's great channel, the Comic Book Roundtable, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, always great and up for that. Fridays at 6 p.m. Central on the great J-Man's channel. Sean and I are reviewing all of in order the Jack Kirby's Fourth World Saga. That's a lot of fun. And on Friday nights, I'm a regular over there with the great Nick Weiser and the gang. I'm not sure if he has a show this week or not. And he said he might not, but 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser over there, 8:30 Central Standard Time. But as for my own channel, just like tonight was Monday night Mark C. Comics Talk. Before that, 3 times a week, I do Legion of Superheroes reviews in a chronological order with the great J-Man on his channel. And then on my channel, we do the Earth B. Bob Haney, which will be next Monday night. We'll have another Earth Bob Haney special for you. And then after that, of course, it's a twofer. It'll be the Monday night Mark C. Comics Talk. We'll do something for you. I'm not sure what yet. And of course, Wednesday night, I'll be here with some more open talk. Wildcard Wednesday night. Please join me. It's always going to be fun. And then on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, my wonderful first officer and great chief engineer, Mark D with a C, and Raquel Briggs are hanging with me to review some Tales of Tomorrow, some UFO, some maybe that's it. We'll review Star Trek comics as well and talk many other wonderful things. And of course, the Saturday night Star Trek. 4 more episodes of Star Trek Voyager reviewed by me and my wonderful first officer, Commander R.M. Briggs. So looking forward as always. Always enjoy doing that. And then, so there's that. And then, of course, there's the end of the week with the Sunday Night Geekery on the great Mark D with the C's channel, 8 p.m., 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, usually, where we geek out and, with food and all that kind of stuff, eventually turning it into the eatery. So, it becomes the eatery. So, let's see here. I want to shout out our great wrenches who are always helping and doing so much for me. I just can't thank you all, you guys enough for what you all do for me. That'd be, of course, the great Eric K., the bronze wrencher himself. Excuse me. And thank you, buddy, so much. Of course, the great Chris Persia, Vindicator Wrench of the Great White North. Ebud Martin, the Wrench of Iron. Lord Thoth, the master, the god of wrenches. Avon lives long, live the Legion. Shout out to your lovely, wonderful wife, Lady Thoth. The great J-Man, my good buddy and partner in crime on Earth B and reviewing Legion and Fourth World and all that good stuff. The Wrench Without Fear and a good friend of the channel. The amazing Hungry Boy. Then there. Oh, did I get him right? Okay, yep. Master of the Club Boney. Okay. He is Hungry Boy. Thank you, buddy, for all you do. And he's the artist of the cover of Science Fiction Tales by R.M. Briggs. Stephen Callell, Super Wrench Extraordinaire. Thank you, buddy. Fanty Outsider, the Rascally Wrencher. Maddie's Daddy, Mjolnir, wielding a wrench from Mjolnir is. Wielder of wrench Mjolnir. And of course, Clobberin own Music Meister, Maximum Redstone. And all of our wonderful friends who are with us tonight. Andy Masterson, thanks for popping in, buddy. Good to see you. The great Ace Cast Iron popped in. Thank you, bro, so much. Appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Gotta run my chat back a little bit. Who else was there? Who else was here? Well, a whole bunch of you were here tonight, folks. Some lovely ladies were here. Some cool friends. I can't remember them all. It would take a while to take all the numbers up. I'm just going to say thank you, everyone who was here with us tonight. We usually we got you shouted out when you came in, at least. So that's the important part. But we appreciate you. Kind of thank you, Duff. Thanks to the lurkers. And thanks to everyone who watched later on a download or a repeat, whatever it was. It's just you're too kind. Thank you. Thank you. And what? And then, of course, JT Kirk was here. Let's see. JT Kirk was here. Wagner was here. Linrod was here. Could not be reached for the comment. Doc Fontaine. Oh, Doc Fortune. See, I can't get a name right. I knew it would happen. Make sure I got to insist. Sean Carter, Linrod, Doc Fortune. Let's see. Minimusness. Okay. Sure. I don't want to miss anybody. Try not to miss anybody. Some text to go back. Oh, Carlos, Magnus, Claude Selling, Brian Hepburn, Heat Sinker. I know I missed somebody. This thing jumps on me so bad. Let's see. Glenrod, Oliver Belamonte, Mighty Orbots. Thank you so much. Else there. Turing Machine. Let's see here. The lovely retro nerd girl. It's so great to see you, my dear. Let's see. Dad Man Walking. And it looks like I got everyone. Peter Notfinity. Hey there. Good to see you. Just want to make sure everybody. Let's get everybody on. Joe Dog was here. Now I think Susan Eckstein was here. That's right. Your Muslim uncle. Oh, all right. See, sometimes this thing jumps on me. I really apologize, everyone. Don't like to miss anybody. You know, it goes sometimes. It takes a while. You just get all the way back. Larry was here. Yo, bro. So let's see. See. All right, Pat S, buddy. Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Turing Machine. I think I got you. I just want to make sure. Picasso, Matt Pot. There you go. Well, we're going to go out on a limb and say I got you all. If I did miss anybody, I apologize. For example, to Penny, who would have done it if I'd gone earlier, wouldn't have been able to apologize. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, and have a marvelous remainder of your weekend and week. Have a great week.
Clobberin time. Clobber on 'em all. It's clobbering time! I just love clobbering time!